Stories told with pure intention. Every voice gets full attention. Building trust without contention. Stronger through our connection. From La Videa to the diaspora. No gimmicks, just real data. Transparency is our mantra. Shining bright like an aurora. We are the voice you can believe in. Through the airwaves we keep giving. Day and night.
Again, I'm your host. My name is Derek Yale, and let's get started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Liberia Radio and Television Network, and welcome to the Hard Zone, episode 2 of season 8. And if this is your first time joining us, let me just introduce this network to you. This is the Liberia Radio and Television Network, or LRTN for short. We operate out of Northeast Philadelphia, where we bring you this live podcast. And also, we have our office open in Liberia for business. And you can reach us at LRTN.net or on social media on Facebook. We are LRTN Live, YouTube, Liberia Radio and Television Network. On Instagram, it's LRTN231. Tonight, LRTN is proud to present another episode of The Hard Zone, and I will be playing host tonight. My name is Derek Yale. And The Hard Zone is a show where we feature a team of panelists from different political perspectives, different political persuasions. So tonight we'll have, or usually on The Hard Zone, we'll have a wide range of discussion. But for the night, we will restrict ourselves to just 3 trending issues, starting with the United States of America. If you can recall, a few months back, the president of the United States of America, President Donald Trump, made a post on his Instagram saying, quoting directly, "Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. The United States cannot stand by while atrocities are happening here in numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to serve our great Christian population around the world." And today we got news that the president and his administration is now restricting visa to Nigerian over alleged links to anti-Christian violence. So when we introduce our panelists shortly, we'll give you a take on that. So the president of the United States of America on Nigeria against anti-Christian violence. Moving on to Liberia, today we see that the president of Liberia, President Joseph Yeman Boakai, traveling to Nigeria again. Nigeria is on our agenda plenty, a whole lot tonight. President Boakai traveled to Owerri in Nigeria, where he's there for the speaking engagement at the State's Economics Summit scheduled for tomorrow. And so we'll have our take on that, and we'll put a special focus on Liberia on the issue of corruption. We've seen the president of Liberia has been very, very busy, and with appointments and other things. We see the Liberia Anti-Commission, the LACC is doing a lot of investigation, have completed some of those investigations. We've seen very familiar names on their investigation list, and we also saw reports of the Finna Bundle from the previous administration, warrant being issued a warrant for her arrest. And we'll also look at the asset recovery or what they're doing. Also, in general, we'll look at corruption in Liberia and how the president of Liberia has been handling that. So, again, join us. We will have our panelists give you the take on that. And a special focus this week is from one of our panelists. You will see him very shortly. He made a post that I found very interesting, and we will be building on that. He themed that post respecting our elders, or call to the younger generation of Liberia. So it's respect, an issue between the younger and older generation in Liberia. So we'll be touching on that as well after we have introduced our panelists for this episode. So ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're joining us from, welcome back to the Hard Zone. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, let me introduce all of you to episode 2 of season 8 of the Hard Zone. My name is Derek Yale, and I will be playing host tonight. In our introductory segment of the show, we introduce a topic that we will be touching on, speaking for and starting with the United States again and anti-Christian violence playing in Nigeria. We talk about the president of Liberia, his work, and how he's handling corruption. And also to touch briefly on one of our panelists' posts making a statement raising the issue of respect between the older and younger generation in Liberia. At this time, if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you're watching us, we urge you to please stay with us and also make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms. On Facebook, make sure you're with us because we have a lot of engaging conversation tonight. And if I can beg your indulgence, please, make sure you're following this network first and foremost. And also make sure that you share this podcast on your individual social media pages. Again, my name is Derek Yalo. Let me take this time now to welcome the panelists we have for this episode. Welcome back, Mr. Jai Winking Weir. Good to see you as always. Welcome to another episode 2 of season 8. Mr. Jai Winking Weir.
Thank you, Derek. Nice to be back.
Good to have you back as well. And the other panelist we have here is just you may will see our other panelists coming up. We should have Faith Mavic here with us and Mr. Agnew Brown. Faith Marvel, this is your pilot episode. This is your introductory episode on the Hard Zone. So let me say welcome to episode 2 of season 8 of the Hard Zone. If you're with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we'll have one more panelist for this episode, Mr. Agnew Brown. We have more panelists that will be joining us eventually, but let's take Agnew. Mr. Agnew Brown. Just that word from you, we'll have to give him a couple of seconds. But again, guys, if you're watching us, wherever you're watching us from, let me officially welcome you here on the Hard Zone. And again, urge you to please make sure you're sharing the podcast on your individual social media pages, and also make sure you're following us. Let me come back to you, panelists, who raised the issue of President Trump, the anti-Christian violence. I'm sure you guys have been following that news and looking at the president of Liberia and his work, focusing directly on the work with the LACC and also the asset recovery. In general, how do you think President Bouaka has been handling corruption in Liberia? So I'd like to start with you, Mr. Jai Winking Weir. You can take either one of those conversations for to start with. So let's get the ball rolling with you.
Okay, thank you, Derek. The good thing is that I just returned from Liberia yesterday. I was there for a month. And my own observation is that governance structure is still the same, despite of what is being said and posted on social media. The Liberian people are still suffering. I visited a few of the institutions in Liberia, beginning with the business registration office, the police headquarters, the health ministry, the foreign ministry, and many other places. And I saw even the group of MCC or police, they would treat people in the street. All of that has not changed. None of it has changed. What do I mean by that? For example, the whole of Liberia, still the police station, to obtain a police clearance, you have to come to the police headquarters in Liberia, in Monrovia, whether you live in or Maryland, wherever. And the way they do it is that it's the coerce you to pay extra money. They treat the Liberian people as though they are refugees in their own country. The same if you go to obtain a passport or birth certificate, they got a tent built up. People have to go as early as 6 o'clock in the morning to line up. And I met with somebody at the police station. I wanted to obtain the police clearance from someone. The first thing they tell you is you got to pay fees to LRA. When you pay the fee to LRA, they can't give you the form. All these forms are not available readily, which they are supposed to be. And now they tell you that you should be there by 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and 50% are seen per day in 3 weeks' time. That is the police station. The same thing with the foreign ministry. The same thing with the health ministry. Even business registration. If you ask for the form, they want ID. So I asked them, "Why do you need ID?" If I bring the registration form, if I obtain the form, if I submit it, then you ask me for ID and whatever required. But what am I saying in short? The governance structure is still the same. People in power, they see their services as though they are doing you a favor rather than serving the Liberian people. Police will pull you over in the street. They will never greet you. They will never introduce themselves. They will threaten you with ticket. The same way with MCC, they lock your car. They threaten you that you should pay $65. The Liberian people are refugees in their own country. I know people focusing on so many things, but when it comes to services to the Liberian people, those in power still feel that they are saving God. They are not serving Liberian people. Those were my observation in Liberia.
Thank you very much for sharing our observation with us. Just to stay with you though, there was a lot of issue, a lot of protests in the previous administration about corruption and Liberians. We're hoping that this new administration would make people be accountable for those that were involved with this corruption. How do you think? What did you observe on how the president of Liberia has been handling that? We've seen a couple of LACC investigations. We've seen some others giving arrest warrant a warrant for their arrest. So, what do you think? What was your observation on that?
Yes, my observation is that I support the aspect of going to the investigating those who are involved in the corruption and using the same government power to do things. So I support that aspect of that, but it will not make a difference if those in power currently are behaving the same way. The only reason why people in Liberia do that is that they use their positions as leverage to suppress the Liberian people to do things in a way nobody will ask them question.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hear from you now. Before I give my next round of questions, let's hear from you, Miss Mavis. I should say. And what do you think? How the president of Liberia has been handling corruption from your own observation?
For me, since 2021, I left Liberia, and our our citizens are there crying that they are not having that facility, because you can say you are fighting corruption, then people are still there using that corruption to build up their self. When you're president, your first priority is your citizen. You can make a citizen or somebody to feel like they are abandoned in their own country. The president is trying on this side, on this side, on this side. His first priority is his citizen. He have to do what the citizen want. And for the ocean girls, they are stopping them from selling. How will you make your citizen to stop selling? You are not providing that criteria for them to stop selling on the street. You have to make a place, like you say, oh, don't sell in the street. Yes, it's for public reason or public stuff. You want to make your country well organized. Before doing that, you have to certify the citizen. In the correction, we have a lot of department. We have the federal project. We don't know what they're staying now. We have the national oil company. We don't know what they're staying now. They are bestowing the money. That money is supposed to be for the citizen. Water, they're supposed to provide water for the citizen. Current, they're supposed to provide current for the citizen. Healthcare. And you go to GFK, there is no bed for sick people. That is our priority, the president priority.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The money for
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Were you done?
You can use the money for different things. The citizen supposed to be your first priority. So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You raised some very important point, and I will circle back to you because I have a question. It seems to be your questioning the president of Liberia priorities, things that he's putting, or other things that he's doing over that of the Liberian people, or things that would be that would be beneficial to them. Now let's hear from Mr. Brown. First of all, welcome to your familiar face here. Welcome to the Hard Zone, and give us your take on the president of Liberia. How do you think he's handling corruption? And we will get to other things as the show progresses. Go ahead.
So, thank you for having me, Hard Zone. Thank you for Mr. Dariale. Firstly, we're still seeing the excessive amount of traveling the president is doing, and we have yet to see how important it is for the country. As for now, we still, I guess, remain hopeful. The supporter of UP will say, we should be hopeful that he will get some things done. He has traveled to over 15 different countries, or 15 times travel abroad since 2020, January 2024. Sorry. So there's nothing really significant that's in the country. There's still a lot of teachers haven't been paid. Hospitals still need beds and all that thing. So what is the purpose and the essence of traveling if we're not seeing nothing? We're not seeing what the outcome of these things are. I mean, I understand it takes time, but this is the time now. The same things they were saying about the sedition, George Weah, is the time for him to step up and show what is it that he's been out there doing. But I'll leave it there for now, and then we will talk more.
Yeah, there was a lot of, and I want you to address it, Mr. Brown. There was a lot of, because you brought up the previous administration, the head of the previous administration, President George Weah. There was a lot of protests that were corruption-based in the previous administration. We talk about the mop-up, the $25 million mop-up exercises, President Weah renovating his dilapidated downstream mansion using taxpayer money. And a whole lot of those things came out in the previous administration. Now, this administration, we've seen some level of investigation going on, but we have not seen mention of the previous president. And it was like glaring in Liberian people's eyes that he was indeed corrupt. He was using taxpayer money for the purpose that did not benefit the Liberian people. How do you think the President Bouaka is handling that? We haven't seen any mention of the former president. We've seen Bondo, but we haven't seen any mention of him being investigated. Why is that happening? And how do you think? What do you think? Do you think at any point in time in his administration you will make attempt to investigate the former president?
So, I mean, that's a great question, but everybody is saying right now the president Joseph Boakai is doing very good. He's doing good, but what is the good? What is the good for our Liberian people? We're seeing investigation during George Weah administration. This is semi investigation that was going on. And we up to now we have not seen Joseph Boakai incarcerate anybody for corruption. For they said George Weah government was corrupt. It was one of the most corrupt government that you're seeing. But up to now, we still haven't seen anybody being properly incarcerated for corruption. So I don't get it, man. I think all of those things were just a political rhetoric that was going on. People was it's just about getting into power, into position, and then now he's in the position. He's filling the Liberian people.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. I will come back to you, Mr. Brown. And let me come back to you, Mr. Jai Winkin. Mr. Brown said something I want you to piggyback on because you spent a month in Liberia recently. And he's saying everyone is saying that the president of Liberia is doing good, but we can't see what he's actually doing. Where do you stand with that statement? Do you think the president of Liberia is doing good? So the definition of what good is, can we see the result of the president's work? Yes, we've seen him travel here and there, but give me first-hand experience. What you observe in Liberia? Do you see any changes between this administration and the previous administration after 2000?
I think this government is what they're good at doing is using the social media to do a lot of publicity to promote stuff that they are doing. I give them credit for that. He demolished construction for construction of roads. I see that, yes, the freeway is clear. That is a good sign. But you can talk about good governance. You can talk about something important for the Liberian people. If the Liberian people themselves, if those who are in position are treating their own people as refugees in their country, which I stated earlier in my opening statement. Well, the provision of services in Liberia from all government institutions, those who are in position of power see themselves as though they are doing you a favor. They don't see their job as a responsibility or obligation to the Liberian people. I cited several examples. If you were to go for a police clearance, they treat you as somebody insignificant. They don't even pay attention. You got to bribe somebody. These are all corruption. They'll cause unnecessary delay. So people are suffering. Well, it's not only one area. Go to any department. Go obtain services. Moreover, everything is centralized. I expected Boakai to bring changes. Passport, there are camps. Those of you that was during the war, where we should get online to get food ration. Why will a citizen be required to report to foreign ministry 6 a.m. to be online 24 hours just to fill application? Why would somebody be treated the same way to obtain passport or birth certificate in that way? Why would somebody be required to be treated as they are inhumane at the police headquarters for police clearance? I don't see this thing as development. For example, the same way with the phone system in Liberia, I pay more for phone in 1 month time than what I pay here in 3 months in Liberia. Both Orange and so why will he be required? Why will he be forced to get two numbers? Number one, if you even buy the minute, if you don't use it, it is gone. The government is not doing anything about that. If you get Orange and you don't get data, you are forced. It means that imagine in America if we were required to get same card for all the millions of companies in this country, or if I were to call Derry, I say out Derry, which one is your carrier? This government need to fix this. The citizens are only required, they're supposed to only get one cell phone or one number. They should be able to call any before extra taxes. So it used to be like that in this country somehow, but then the lawmakers fix it. So our lawmakers need to do something about that. So there are so many things people should not stop or glorify what Boakai is when citizens are suffering in getting services in their own country. And that has not changed. This does not begin with Boakai. It has been going on from Salif, from time immemorial, those in position of power in Liberia, they don't care about the citizen. They got to force you to bribe them. They are not even making things available. They're making it difficult. Application, they are not aligned. For everywhere you go to obtain application, you got to bribe somebody. These are, but I don't see anything improving in that direction from the 1 month I spent in Liberia.
Thank you very much.
Derek, can I ask you? Can I just make a point? Right, you just asked a question. What did he see when he went to Liberia with this government and the previous government? But I really think the question should be, I think people making it as a competition to this government and the previous government. I think it should be something as, what you haven't seen when you got there? You know, what was there? Because if somebody talk about development, they say the country is developing, or Bouakai is doing something great. The question should be, what haven't you seen that is being done there? So thank you.
Thank you. You know, let me stay with you with that line of thinking you got. If I were to put this question to you loosely though, as far as making the comparison, which I think is necessary to do so, there are some that are saying that compared to the previous administration, at least the country is stable. We have competent people in power. And some can even make supporters of the government can make the argument that they think virtually President Bouakai is doing much more than the previous president. How does that align with the point you're making, Mr. Brown?
So again, if the same people that said we are government was the worst government, right? People said we are government. So my thing is we should not compare now. Let's see what can you do better. So my main thing now is, what are these people doing better than the worst government that happened? So I think that's what I really want to discuss about.
Thank you. We'll come back to you so you can tell us more on that. But let's recognize the presence of Mr. Dankai Dennis and Mr. Martin Bola, beginning with Mr. Bola left. Mr. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Derek.
It's good to always have you here. Now, I don't know if you want me to bring you ready. You've been listening to the conversation with Mr. Pikiback. We're talking about the corruption. We started with corruption in Liberia, how the president is handling it. We've seen reports from the LACC, and then of the asset recovery, some of which involve arrest warrant for some members of the previous administration. The question I posed to other panelists: how do you think President Bouakai is handling corruption and other things in Liberia, and how does it compare to the previous administration? Can you hear me, Mr. Dennis?
Breaking there, but let's just continue. I'll just comment on. So let me listen more.
Thank you. Okay, I'll come back to you. Now I'd like to come to you, Ms. Mavi. We have a comment here that is in support of your point. I'll just read it from one picture. The Quitty says, I think they agree with you. No jobs. What stopped them from selling in the streets? No job to allow them to hustle. They can be stopped from the main streets. Cited MCC police officers are using the means to intimidate our people. Our mothers, brothers, sisters, family members are harassed on a daily basis. This is sad. Now, you mentioned that point earlier, and I'll bring this back because you think President Bouakai is prioritizing more than what you think the Liberian people will be benefiting from. Can you build on that, or can you expand for us?
No.
Maybe can you hear me?
Yes. I'm in Rwanda studying. Rwanda here, citizens are not allowed to sell on the street. They give the possible way for the citizens to sell. You have shop. You register your shop. You put your business. You sell. There where your customers come to buy. That was the law the government set for this country. It been here for a while. You don't just come up and says don't stop selling on the street. People were selling on the street during President Weah, Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. People were selling, making their living. If you want to stop people from selling on the street, make means, like build up a market just for auction girls. Because you don't want for investors to come, like you carry them, maybe they say, okay, let's go down water side, you see people selling. And that place is a business place. It's a business place. Here we have downtown. People go and buy. You can just sell everywhere in this country. We have supermarkets. You don't see water around. You don't see it in this country. You can see people holding weed passing around. No, you can see it. It get a specific place that you go to buy. And I think that Waterside is the place. So
Well,
why stop people from selling?
if I may interrupt though, there are some that will make the argument if NCC job is to clean the street, then if that's part of the good thing that those market sellers are making the street look unpresentable, they have the right or it's appropriate for them to take them off the street. What would you say about that?
They have the right. I'm not splitting the spot that they don't have the right. They have the right. They have the right to stop people from selling. But you have to make it like, put it in a way that the citizen will understand why you are coming for or why you are driving to. You can just wake up in the morning, you just say, don't sell, because you have authority. If you're doing that, you think about other people's family, because other people pay their children's school fee from that market. They feed the children, their family, hospital bills. And in Liberia, there is no free hospitals. There is no free hospital.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Mavi. Let's recognize the presence of Mr. Martin Boda. Mr. Boda, welcome to the show.
We are not hearing you.
You're on mute, Mr. Boda.
There you go. Thank you for having me, Derek. I'm glad to be back. Good evening to my fellow panelists. I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And your audio is the best it's ever been on the show tonight. So,
all right, I got a pro mic for you now. I got a Buick microphone for you to hear me.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. I can hear you loud and clear, so I can hear all the points depending or not depending your administration. But I don't know if you've been listening to the conversation, Mr. Dennis. Do you want me to come back to you before going to Mr. Boda for 3 questions I posed to you before, or you want me to take control?
So my mic was still not settled right here. So take him. I can come after him, please.
Okay, go ahead. Mr. Boda, do you think you've been listening? Well, we're basically talking about the president of Liberia, how he's been handling corruption and other things, and how you compare him with the previous administration.
Well, I mean, let's give due credit to the president for the kind of work he's doing. I know everything is not 100%, and we don't expect 100% in the government. But I think there is total stability in our economy. We see that we have people are not taking pay regularly. That's an improvement. We see price stability in our local, our stable food rice. And you also see development, whereas people are now seeing the government is engaging in every aspect of our sub-political division, which is a good news for all of us. I know our opponent may argue that Liberia is not doing well and the people are suffering. That's and so forth. But that's come with the kind of situation that's happening. When you see development moving, you see the economy is shifting from where people were just being corrupt. Money was flowing in few hands and going around, bullshitting around. So now that you have government structure, you have people working, and then the economy will take a heat. That means you have to be some professional to get a job. And government is struggling to create job, which is not just coming overnight, because most of the things that we need to do is technical. We need to do infrastructure. And our economy, most of our people are not skilled to that level. So you will find people complaining because most of the jobs that have been done in Liberia, you see people who coming from outside building, construction, local building stuff. So these things affect the economy. And everybody just want to get in the street to sell. I mean, you can't just sell anywhere, anyhow, or do anything. So we need to have some ordinance. And because we have not been following these ordinance in our society, so it's become prevent to the people that, yeah, it's a way of life here. That's how to survive. And I think it will depend on the fact that people are going to always say, oh, how I'm going to feed my family, how I'm going to do this. We're not going to have order. Because you can't have a country where people take over the street and put market everywhere. If you have been to Monrovia later, I know you have been to Monrovia. If you look at the Gunnersville Highway, the government struggled to revamp and build that street. It's a beautiful highway. The marketing had taken over. If you look at the EWA Junction, what they call Boulevard, they had taken over. You can't, pedestrian cannot even cross the street. Car cannot even move. Those are impeding to our society. Secondly, they got a marketing association, which have been collecting money all along in Liberia. Nobody focus on them about the marketing association. What happened to that money that is being collected within the marketing association? The Transport Union. These are agencies that have been in Liberia for ever so long, but nobody talk about these people. They collect daily money that government pay market, that the market is there, and they collect money on a daily basis from table to tables. What are they doing with that money? The Transport Union, they are not providing no services. When you build your store, they come and sit before the store. These are people that need to be pulled out of the market and turn that thing to business people so that they can manage those institutions, because government built the facility, but it's not been managed by the people who are supposed to manage it. But everything we say government, government, government. So, I mean, there's time that we have to take a step back and look at our own society and say, hey, how do we move forward?
Thank you very much, Mr. Boda and Mr. Brown. I don't know, because you were looking to hear something on this, so I think Mr. Boda touched on that, and also Mr. Jawinkin. I just want to come back to you after listening to Mr. Boda. You just talk about what you observed in Liberia. Do you agree?
I'm ready now if you want to.
Okay, let's hear from Mr. Dennis, and then we'll come to you, Mr. Weir.
Yeah, you know, I've listened, and I wanted to come in, but my background was a little bit noisy. And again, I want to say thank you for the invite this evening. I'm happy to be here. You know, when it comes to the problem, the issues in Liberia, we Liberians ourselves need to take responsibility of what's unfolding on our ground. We have traveled, we have lived in other countries, but whatever we saw and we learned, we failed to transition that back home. Now, I stand corrected, but one of the administrators, I think it was George Weah, when people were asked to relocate. That was a major issue in Monrovia. People refused to leave red light, and they had places to go to settle, but they chose not to go. Again, in the United States, there's some areas here people sell on the street, so it's not prohibited. It's not something, not a law to say you can't sell on the street. Sometimes all you need is a permit to make sure that you can go ahead and carry on your business. So that can be done. None of that been enforced or enshrined into any constitution in Liberia that people cannot sell on the street. If it's there, it was never been enforced. Now, let's go to corruption. Corruption, I want to applaud the president for the work that he's been doing. I mean, going after former leaders, pursuing them, and making sure bringing them to justice for corruption. That's one in a very positive direction. Auditing agency, you know, I think that's a wonderful thing that we see happening, because corruption didn't just start yesterday. I don't think it will end on a boycott, and the government is continuation. So I think that's something that we all need to put our heads together and see how best we can move the country in the right direction. And with the president, the sitting president is making an effort in the right direction. I think we should applaud him. I think he's doing a wonderful job approaching that, fighting corruption. So I'm going to pause for now and listen more. Thank you.
Yeah, let's hear from. I got a question for you, but let's hear from Mr. Darwin. Can we have first question then?
So
I
hear and heard. Okay, my point is this: in Liberia today, public services feel like coercive extraction of people talking about corruption. I'll focus on this because I was in Liberia for 1 month. You can talk about corruption when these very people in power are extracting money from the people of Liberia for services they are required to provide. And that is service corruption. If Bouaka seriously want to fight corruption, it should begin with this institution.
Mr. We are sorry, but can you be specific on some of the services?
Yeah, I'm coming. I satisfied that before. That includes.
We don't want to make blanket statement though.
Yeah. I'm making blanket statement.
Let's protect.
Let me come in. For example, if you need a passport, if you need a police clearance, if you need a birth certificate, if you I went to business registry to register a business. You know what they do? When I was at a police headquarters to obtain a police clearance for a friend, what they told me, I should go to LRA to pay. Even if you pay that money, they tell you if you pay that money, you come back every day in a week time, in the whole week, 3 days. But you should be at the police headquarters on Capitol Hill by 7 o'clock or 6:30 a.m. and they serve only 50 people per day. And you know what that requires? If people are 300, you are forced to bribe somebody for you to obtain that service. And that is normally the police station. The same thing I want to have minister to obtain it. I'm not saying this was started by Bouaka administration. They have been going on from time to time. But I want to say this so that Bouaka government can fix it. If you even go and get a copy, application to establish a business, they demand ID card first. Why do you need ID card? If I just asking for what's supposed to be a public document to complete a form, the same way at the health ministry, they make people to go at the health ministry as early as the passport department. People get online on that 10 to be online. Why should that be in Liberia up to this point? The same thing with the cell phone companies. If you buy your cell phone, if you don't use the minute it's gone. You are forced. I'm not saying Bouaka studies. If you talk about corruption, all the services, even the police people in the street, they don't even greet you. They don't even they force and they threaten you to issue with you. They send you with MCC. They threaten you. You are forced to give them money to get services. That's what I'm saying. And if you talk about corruption, these are all corrupt practices. I have seen that. I went to the business agency, and by the time you see someone, you get money. Why should you restrict the obtaining your police clearance in 1 week for 3 days and 50% per day? How can that be? Liberia is so huge. I'm not saying Bouaka did start this, but they have been going on. Bouaka need to reform the services provision to the Liberian people. Everything you want to obtain, you got to bribe somebody in Liberia. That is a fact because I was there for a month and I went to all the ministry and agency. I have seen that myself. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Derek, can I just throw something?
I don't know if Mr. Dennis would like to rebuttal first because I see he interrupted Mr. Darwin. We have a few times. So if you like to rebuttal, let me take you first.
Yeah. I want to say because the reason here is that, and I said what's wrong with us now is that the policy is in place, but Liberians like to bypass protocol. They like shortcut. So instead of them going through the process, they want to beat around. If you want to do that, then you got to pay the difference. We're not accepting that. We're not saying that is acceptable. But you have to be able to follow policy. Like you said, you went to the Ministry of Health. You know the system. You know how system works. You live outside of Liberia. You know the process. So you went there. You want to follow the process. You had an ID with you. You can verify it. You want to get something?
If I may,
Let me clarify. Let me come. You missed the point. You are missing the point, sir. What is going on in this government? They don't start with the government, but the people of Liberia are being treated as they are refugees in their own country. They build camp, so you got to leave your house to be there 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning,
Six.
to just be online. How do you accept that? Why are these not even decentralized? Why should police headquarters in Monrovia be the only place to get police clearance from Banga, from all the other
It's
places?
also decentralized.
So why should that be? I'm not saying Boga started, but what I'm saying is I was there. And even at that, if you did, especially when you get deadline, especially when you want to get document travel to America, want it because they will ask you first, what do you need document for? You say, okay, I'm going to travel to America. You know what they will do? They will call, they will drag you until you grab
I
someone.
thought I was recognized, Mr.
Thank you.
Weir, to
Thank
make
you.
a
I don't want to
but
say
you,
that.
but you,
Thank
Why you are saying,
process.
why you are
And
saying
what I'm
it's not
saying,
true,
what I'm
sir.
saying,
Mr. Dennis,
Mr.
Mr.
Weir, what I'm
Dennis,
saying,
guys,
yeah.
if I may come in,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
recognize you,
Yeah.
Mr. Dad Winking interrupted, and you allow him to flow. So I thought that was like you waiting to hear his point. But
Look, when you were having a conversation and I thought he was trying to information, so I had to let him come in. But it appears
I
that
will
so much
protect you,
energy and
Mr.
want to
Dennis.
out-talk me, but that's fine.
I will protect you. Let me just throw this question in before I come back to you. And please be patient with me, Mr. Boda. Now, you seem to put the issue on the Liberian people instead of the government. And if I may ask you this question, how good is a system if people can find a way to bypass it so frequently? Talk to us about that before you rebuttal or Mr. John Winking Weir.
Are you referring to me? Can you come back with that?
Yes. Earlier you mentioned the systems are there if Liberian people will actually follow them. In my opinion, you seem to be putting the blame on the Liberian people instead of the government. And my question to you is, how good is a system that you were talking about is in place if the people can bypass it so frequently? Is that the blame of the people, or is that not a very good or a very strong system?
So the blame here would not be fully placed on the leaders, on the president. You know why? Because in every government, you have branches of government. The Liberian people themselves empower people, elected people to work on their behalf. And those individuals are actively working. So all they can do is, if the system is not working in their favor, is to do a petition. You see, petition those you elected to go and advocate on your behalf. But if what you want is the shortcoming and go into somebody's house in the morning to making sure they get you $5,000 to back up a rest and survive on it, then that is on you. All of us need to be blamed for the failure of what is not working in the country of Liberia. The government is us.
Thank you. Let's
continue to point the finger at the government. The failure of the government reflecting on us. We fail the government. We fail the country. So we fail our people. So we should take some blame for that. And
thank you. Let's hear from Mr. Boda.
That's the reason why when you go into a Ministry of Health to acquire document for somebody, you follow the protocol. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from Mr. Boda.
Before you come in, they don't even recognize you. They will talk to you as though you are nobody. Okay?
Mr. Weir,
that is the far one there.
As a citizen, you don't deserve a specific treatment. You are a citizen of Liberia. You all should be treated the same way.
No, but what I'm saying
no
is
class system
that nobody, I'm coming. Nobody.
Mr. Weir and Mr. Dennis, y'all can take the floor. Let's hear from Mr. Boda and Mr. Brown too on the subject. Go ahead, Mr. Boda.
Well, it's unfortunate that we're having this situation. A system worked when we are by. And it's a double-edged sword of things are happening in Liberia. Everybody want a fast process. They want a speedy. They want a passport today. There are time frame for which you apply for passport. We all here in America know when you apply for passport, there is 90 days. And people, for us in Liberia, it's the reverse. They don't have any timeline. You get a timeline, oh, it's a problem, So it's unfortunate. We all, and because of you as a Liberian, you trying to intrude into the system, and because of the lack of people, everybody surviving through the means of whatever you call it, and things came here in our process. So it's bad, but we as Liberians, we have to be accountable ourselves. I see what I say is this. I say this to say when we get to the airport, Liberian leave here and go to the airport. Let me give you a typical example. I have seen it several times. When we get to the airport, we're supposed to go through immigration. You and I from America, because I know my friend, the man can grab my hand, you'll never say no. I mean, go through the process. You enjoy that immunity and go through. The same go to the passport division. Mr. Jamagan is saying, you leave from here, go to the States, I got my body, I call. I mean, I come into the ministry. You bypass, you don't feel, it's not a problem for you when you get that services. But when things goes the other way around with you, then when you turn to realize that, oh yeah, the system is like this, is like that, you know, and I've seen it. So we, especially we who come from the diaspora, many are the ones who are the lawbreaker in Liberia. Because we think we got one or two things in our pocket.
Thank you.
We did respect almost every norms of that society. So I think we have to do better when we go as a dad, people who have exposure, who have learned more, come to America, we go through system, have an ID for that, and we give it all asking questions. You know,
Thank you.
so,
Thank you.
It's
Let's hear.
a point. Just a point. Just a one point. Mr. Boda, I want to make it clear that I did that. I never requested for any service, but I wanted to see how they serve people. I never presented myself as though I'm from America. I wanted to go as ordinary citizen, and I visited all the places and I saw how they treat our people. What you are saying, you are covering up what has been going on for a long time by our government officials. Let us to speak out. Our people deserve better. They need better services. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Let's hear from you. Then we'll hear.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Derek. It's great to hear my older brother Martin saying, you know, the kind of work Joseph Boakai doing. You know,
no, point of correction. Point of correction. This is an age-old problem in Liberia. If you talk about, yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to your point.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to get to your point. You said we should look at the kind of work he is doing. For almost 20 plus years of experience, this is the kind of work the Liberian people should accept. So you're saying this is the kind of work. Somebody say something?
Go ahead. The point is yours.
These are the kind of work that the Liberian people should accept. Okay, you spoke about anti-corruption and you said something in regards to George Weah Town. The records are there. George Weah, the same thing Joseph Boakai is doing right now that you guys spoke against. It's the same thing. Joseph Boakai haven't put anybody in jail yet for corruption, right? George Weah investigated people as well, and it went how it went, right? Now Mr. Dennis too. He's saying we should blame the Liberian people.
How it went.
We should blame the Liberian people. We should blame the Liberian people for cutting the land. We shouldn't hold these government officials accountable.
No.
These are the people that
to a point. I am not saying no to a point.
Mr. Dennis, I will give you.
Derek,
Mr. Dennis, I will give you.
Okay, go ahead.
I will give you the opportunity to care about whatever it needs.
The system. The government is the system. I'm not the system. If I'm bringing you money to bribe you, you're supposed to arrest me. You're supposed to deny that. But now we are saying today it is okay. Today it's okay. But doing George Weah administration, it wasn't okay. Doing George Weah administration, it wasn't okay. But today it's okay. Today we should blame the Liberian people that want to get a passport quickly. We should blame the Liberian people that are coming from America and have $20 US to bribe the immigration officer. We should blame them. We should not blame the system. That's what we're saying. The Liberian people that are giving the money or have the money are not the system. They are not. I'm not a system. You are. The government is the system. So now the same George Weah government will say, "Oh, George Weah is not corrupt. The people are around him." But today we say, "Y'all don't blame Joseph Boakai. Blame the y'all don't blame Joseph Boakai. Blame the people there inside the position. Don't blame him. Blame the people there. The people there that you're elected, that you're appointed. These are appointed positions, right? The drugs enforcement area, that appointed position. DEA, a point of position, all these
Thank you.
it's a point
Thank
of
you. Thank you. Thank
land
you.
on this. We have to blame these people. We cannot blame the common people that have $20, have $10, have $5 to give to them. So you guys are the same people that say doing job, we are government, this was going on that. But today we're moving the goalposts. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
So-
Mr. Brown. I will give you the opportunity, Mr. Dennis. Let's just recognize the presence of Bishop Hagar. Welcome to the show, Bishop Hagar.
How you doing,
Well,
Bishop?
thank you very much. I appreciate, I'm here tonight to contribute positively.
Thank you very much, Bishop Hagar. We'll come back to you. Let us hear from Miss Marvin, and let's see. I'll see you with 6:30 to come in. So try and give us a take on what you've been listening to.
Yeah, I wanted to say something to one, but
Not
you don't want her to correct him.
I call him to a
One-
point,
one-
but you allow
one-
me to make the point.
You're not recognized, Mr.
Derek.
Bola,
Thank you.
Derek,
Mr.
I
Dennis,
call
Mr. Bola,
Mr. Brown to a point, and you didn't allow me to state the
I
point.
will allow you to.
I can rebuttal that point.
No. I will allow everyone to rebuttal and clarify. But Miss Marvin has been sitting for a minute now, and she's been secretly to chime in. So let's hear from her, and then I promise to come back to you, Mr. Dennis.
Our brother, we are said the system is not good. Those that at the airport, Ministry of Health, Foreign Affairs, if they see your passport, if they see that passport where you are coming from or where you are going, you have to pay. 2021 December, when I was coming for study, little me, I pay money because my luggage, I have money in my luggage. They said it should go. I said, okay, take it out. The guy said, oh, because you don't want to carry, or you don't want to pay the fees. That's why you're telling us to take the body out. I have to give him $20 US. Little me. So now you are leaving from Liberia. You are going to Ghana, say you have to pay. The system is the government. If the government set that system, you can be who? You have to go along with that system. The country I'm in now, you wonder.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Before you go any further, I will come back to you, but I like the point because I think we'll have a argument about can we blame the people or blame the government?
We can't blame the people. We blame the system.
Thank you for stressing that point because
we blame the system.
Again,
if
the system is set. I will come back to you. Let's just briefly hear from, because I know Mr. Dennis is waiting to clarify, and so is Mr. Boda, and then we'll come to the bishop. Mr. Dennis, you recognize?
Yeah. I know you kept me for so long, but I'm back now. I got my thoughts back, and I just wanted to address Mr. Brown here. Mr. Brown, the system includes you, me, and others, and not just the government. Who makes the government? We make the government. So the system includes all of us. So we are part of the system. So if one of the system, if a certain part of the system is ineffective, it's not going to work. The whole will not work. That's what the system is about. So you should be at fault. I should be at fault. The citizens living in Liberia should be at fault as well. And my sister spoke about paying $20 at the airport. You have money in your bag to travel.
You're really serious about defending the government.
Which is not allowed out of the country. In America here, if you're traveling, you have to carry setting the cologne. If you're carrying with a cologne, it doesn't matter how expensive it is, they will tell you can't carry it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
you. They put it in the trash.
Thank you.
Derek,
You two also encourage corruption because you were
Thank
not
you.
Don't carry it. They take it out, but they told me to pay.
Thank you.
No.
I
Thank you.
won't
Thank
mind.
you.
I told him
Thank
take
you.
it
they
out.
told you, they told you to take
Marvin,
it out to trash it, and you chose to carry it, so you paid $20.
No,
That was at your
no,
will and pleasure.
it's not the case.
thank
They
you.
say,
Look.
Thank
are you
you.
aware that when you can
Thank you.
give some country?
Miss Marvin, you're not recognized.
Okay.
Let's hear from Mr. Boda, and then we'll take Bishop Hager.
Well,
Mr.
Derek,
Boda,
you just address me, Derek. Can I at least?
Look,
you will get a time to respond to him.
Thank you very
Look.
much.
Let's hear from Mr. Boda.
Then
look,
when Derek come back, I will get a point of inquiry too when he come back.
we
I
got.
have this today.
I understand. That's the point I'm making here. I understand that there are some breakdown within the system. We're not disputing that there is not a breakdown within the system. There is a breakdown.
I have to.
So what I'm seeing here is that there is no excuse for breaking the law.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
It's not an excuse. So you who gave $20 are also a criminal.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay? So I have traveled through the airports many times. Nobody forced money off of me. Nobody.
Mr. Boda,
Let me make my point. Nobody forced money on me. But because I want to have my way at the airport, I facilitate my way. And I'm also part of that. I'm guilty as such. That's the point I'm making here. And you understand the America you live today, they just reach where it is as we see it today. There is similar, all these things were happening in America where people are going to the airport at custom doing this. We're getting through the process. Things are improving. Then everywhere you go, you pay money. There are time for stuff. So I know we must say all the bad thing about Liberia, but the things is working out. There are good and bad. And we must recognize some of the good things that are happening. It's not 100%. But we can't just bluntly say, oh, everything is messed up. That's not true to what is happening in Liberia. That's the point I'm making here.
Thank you, Mr. Boda. And before I recognize the Bishop Hager, I'm having difficulty understanding. On one end, you can say the system is not all the best. The system got some flaws. But on the other hand, you can say we should blame the people that are using the system. I would need you to clarify that, but let's hear from Bishop Hager.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I want us to understand the context where our nation is. And if you're a student of nation building, you will understand that no nation achieves the level of progress automatically. In America, unfortunately, our population is not informed. And what you are saying here is so important. For example, in America, all the legislatures, the representatives go to their constituents, and then they look at their voting record. They ask them about some policy. What are they doing to improve the lives of the people? In Liberia, our constituents don't even know what their legislatures are doing. Whatever they do, they're not being held accountable. I want to make reference, and Derek, if you've been very honest, you were at the Liberia Diaspora Conference when the president spoke and the Liberians in the diaspora brought about the challenges that we have doing business in Liberia at the airport, all the different challenges we have. I would say publicly the airport is a mess. But you know what? We Liberians will let shortcut. We like to beat the system. So these guys at the airport, because they know we are not willing to follow the process. We're not willing to go through. Listen, until we challenge the process, it will not change. Now, good news. The airport starting the next 2 months will be equipped with camera at every level. And those that will monitoring the camera, they're not even at the airport, in different offices. There's no way you'll be able to bribe them. There's no way you'll be able to influence them. And all those that work at the airport know that if they don't follow the law, they will have live feed and they will be fired from their job. That is a good step in the right direction. Why it never happens soon? Everything get time. I believe there are things in our country that we don't want it to be where it is today, but we cannot negate the fact that we have had how many years it took for nation to go through civil war, to go through Ebola, to go through COVID-19, all of the different infrastructure or economic activity was decimated. And now you want to compare Liberia to a developed country. I think it's been disingenuous here. I'm not saying Liberia is at the level of development that we all expect, but today, we are better off today where we are, and we'll make more progress in the years coming. I guarantee you.
Thank you.
In the next 2 years, 3 years, all the things you're talking, you'll not be talking because there will be massive improvement in the infrastructure, the system, the way things will be presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bishop Hagan. Guys, if you're watching us, that's Bishop Hagan. You always hear one thing from me. It's always promises, and you will not see the tangible from him. All of the discussion. Stay in campaign mode. Bishop Hagan, what I want to hear from you.
Well, I just checked behind you. You are propaganda for the CDC. So when you make those kind of statement, no, I want to say, because you can't say every government, every political institution make promise, will deliver on the promises. Don't say that promise. You've been very, I mean, you're not being objective in moderating the show. Why would you say that?
Can you protect me, though?
It's a gradual process, Bishop. I'm with you on this.
Can you protect me? I don't want.
You don't like promises? Politics over promising.
No, I do like promises. I do like laying out the groundwork for good work. You know, I do like that. My only problem is it's the hypocrisy. Just an administration ago. No, you didn't want to give President we a chance. You didn't see the future. You wanted development to happen immediately. That part. Today, now we should wait. The kind of nation building will look at other nations. Now we got the civil crisis. It's been over 20 years since the civil crisis. We have had Ellen, 12 good years. We had President George Manuel Weah, and we are here. It is very interesting for us to still be making excuses using the civil crisis, but that's a discussion for another day. Let's hear from you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Derek. Bishop, how are you doing?
Well, go right ahead, my young man.
So, I mean, I hear you always speak passionate, very passionate. But I'll start with Mr. Martin. We are the system, is what you guys said. You and Mr. Dennis. Mr. Dennis said things are working. Mr. Martin said we are the system. We did not take oath. The citizens of Liberia did not take oath to uphold the Constitution.
You empower those.
I understand. I come into your point. See me? I come into your point. I understand we, the citizens, have obligations to do the right things. I get it. But we did not take oath to uphold the Constitution. So the people that are upholding the Constitution, they are the one even bypassing things. We can see today we're complaining, we have to go back to Liberia and invest. We have seen today, minister can go to people's office, or not office, people building and close down the shop. They can close down people's shop. These are the things that the police officer should not allow. But they are allowing these things to happen. Now, the bishop spoke with passion. He said, why should we rush right now with things? Not speaking specifically what you just said, but for example, you spoke about Ebola. Your government never went through Ebola. Your government never went through the amount of crazy things that George Weah government had to go through. Yet there's still nobody today. The thing that I are saying, we should leave. We should understand. We
went through Ebola. We went through Ebola.
Understand. Today, it's the same thing that you guys want us to understand. So I think here's the thing. We understand that. I'll get it. I'll give you to you guys. What President Baka is trying. But let's not pull a million, 100 out of 100 over those we are government or the previous government. Let's not do that. This is not a competition. Because if it was a competition, there is nothing Joseph Baka doing right now that just we did not try or attempt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me. I need to
We'll have
answer.
to-
I need to answer that.
We
I
will
need to
have
answer.
to. We'll have to
I
take
need.
our first.
Listen.
Bishop Hagar.
Evaluating the two governments is not an issue of opinion. We
Bishop
talk about
Hagar.
empirical
You are
facts. The
Liberian.
fact.
You are
The
Liberian.
fact.
You are
The
speak for
fact. The
Liberian,
fact.
not for
The
Pakistan.
fact is on.
You
Bishop
are
Let's look at
Liberian.
the fact.
You are Liberian, not for
Bishop Hagar.
Pakistan.
Bishop
You
Hagar and
speak the
Mr.
truth.
Brown. We'll have to take our first break. Let's hear from Mr. Darwinkin Weah, and then we will take our break. Mr. Weah.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think one thing people are missing here that defend this government is that my statement did not accuse individual government. I am saying all Liberians, including those in power now, they see their appointment, they see themselves as seeming God. So whenever they're doing something for you, the service for which they were hired for, they think they're doing you a favor. That's what I said from the beginning. And people seem not to get it. I'm not attacking specifically Boakai alone. This is the pattern on the part of all Liberians. For those of us that are here on the platform today, probably if they appoint you tomorrow, you see yourself as a seeming God. You don't see your fellow Liberians as your equal. And this is the pattern. It is worse. Even those in the street, police people, even the MCC people, and there's a label they have in Liberia, Pape, Oma, they will never ask what is your name, Pape, Oma, this and that. So they don't even care. And this is the thing we need to talk about. You should not look at development here and there, but the minds need to be developed. We need to understand those in position, they should see themselves that the power for which they were elected or appointed is the main reason is to serve the people, but not the other way around. And this is a pattern of all those, almost everybody in position of power, and that's what's going on. People should not argue blindly, looking at the way the people behave in our society. All of us, we are all to be blamed, not the ordinary Liberian people, those who are in power. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Can
much.
I say something towards
Thank you
that?
very much, Bishop Hagar.
No, before, can I say something?
Let's go 45 seconds, Bishop Hagar.
Okay, you are right. But you know what happened? I will tell you what happened. So many demand on the people. Take, for example, a representative. Representative not responsible to build school, not responsible to pay people hospital bill, not responsible to do all of that. But when you're representing Liberia, the people say you must be their father. They literally made you their father. If you don't do this thing, it means that you're a bad person. If you are there trying to formulate policy, and you go build school, you go build bridge, you go do this, they may not go representative. So our people make us, if you're in that position, it means that you the savior. So if they say you savior, you gotta be here as savior. Thank you.
All this behavior is okay now because all this behavior is okay.
It is very, very interesting at the same time disheartening to hear Bishop Hagar speak of lawmakers in Liberia. They're carrying a lot of burden.
What?
They're carrying a lot of burden. You know, I don't want to make this thing between like me and the administration. But anyways, guys, if you're watching us, this is the Hard Zone Season 8, Episode 2. We'll take we'll take a break and bring you some promotions, and then after we will bring our panelists back and further the conversation and then wrap it up for this night. But for now, let's take a very brief break.
In our community, we help each other. But when it comes to prescription pain medication, such as opioids, sharing isn't helping, it's harming. What works for you could be dangerous, even deadly for somebody else. Don't share your opioids. Instead, help by guiding your family, friends, and neighbors to a doctor. Real help saves lives. This message is brought to you by the Multicultural Community Family Services in partnership with LRTN.
You on the trip?
You on a trip? You on a trip?
You on a trip? On a trip?
I'm on that trip.
Hello everyone, I'm Lionel Bernard, aka LB, co-founder of LiveFest. Did you know that LiveFest is not all fun and games? In fact, we're opening on a serious note. Day one is our investment forum. taking place on December 17th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Ministerial Complex, Oklahoma Town. After the forum, let's meet and greet right down the street at the Calabash. Later that evening to socialize and to connect. Check out LiberiaFestival.com for details or to get your tickets today.
You on a trip?
On the trip?
Coming to Liberia, my people. Where you're gonna be? December 18th, leave at 9 a.m. The Father Waterfall. I need you there. Don't miss it. You go. Really? December 18th? Will you miss? Be there. You on a trip?
You on a trip? You on a trip?
Hi, this is your boy Desmond Johnson, co-founder of Live Fest. We are here for two events. The Live Fest Basketball Tournament and the Beach Party. The Live Fest Basketball Tournament kicks off on December 19th at the SKD Basketball Gymnasium at 9 a.m. Diaspora All-Stars is going to be logging on the four best teams in the world. The Oilers, the Barrow, the Spartacus, and the NBA Fighter. It's going to be basketball at your place. You don't want to miss it. And on December 21st, we go to the beach to soak up the sun at Caesar Beach. Gates open at 9 and we're going to have good music, good vibes, good drinks, good ambience. The whole diaspora are going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be broadcast live by the biggest television station in America, LRTN. So be there or be square, because I know I'm going to be there.
You on a trip? You on a trip?
Yo, this is your girl, May Louisa. The LRB Fest musical concert is this December 20th at the SKD Sports Stadium. This is more than just a music fest, it's a jamboree. It starts at 3 p.m. till the wee hour. I'm hoping to see you there because I'll be there. See you in Monrovia.
You on that trip? Oh yes, I am on that trip. That trip will be having a Wanted Investment Summit that has 3 transactions to be consummated. An oil palm refinery, a Conrad Hilton resort, and hopefully a development finance bank. It is not a talking shop. You are invited at no cost, and I hope to see you all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're here on the Hard Zone, watching episode 2 of season 8 of the Hard Zone. My name is Derek Yali, and I'm playing host here tonight. I'm with my panelists here, Mr. Acme Brown, Mr. Martin Boda, Mr. Dennis, Mr. Jawin Kinwea, Mr. Pega, and Mace Marvey. And let's just wrap this up because we're already over the allotted time. So I'll just make this last statement, and then I will come to you guys for your closing, and then we'll draw the questions for this episode. Now, just piggyback on what we were talking about before, just for the sake of the audience. Again, I'm sure all of the panelists here know, but one of the primary responsibilities of a lawmaker in Liberia is to draft and enact law or legislation and to represent the constituents. So if you're a lawmaker and your constituents are coming to your office asking you to pay their hospital bill, maybe you haven't drafted a law to have medical facilities in your district or county or whatever it may be. If your constituents are coming to you asking you to pay their children's school fees, maybe you haven't done your job as a lawmaker to provide jobs so that they can be able to take care of their things. And the same is true for whatever it is going to be asking you for. So Bishop Hagan, to hear you making excuses for lawmakers in Liberia is disturbing. And I will say this before I come to you guys for your closing. We thought we had the worst administration on paper before us, the administration of President George Manawiya. But it seems like he got a competition now with this administration, because all I hear from supporters of this administration is making from one excuse to the other excuse. We heard Mr. Boda and Mr. Dennis. They're just saying, don't blame the system, blame the people. As to if when you take those same people and bring them into other airports, they will take shortcuts. Those people will not take shortcuts because they have a stronger system there. But no, don't blame the people, blame the system. But again, apparently it's an administration of excuses. Rescue mission now changed to, I think, excuse mission. But again, that's what we have for the Liberian people. So guys, it's been a very, 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 very interactive show here. The discussion we held before is still stands of where around. So our panelists will give us a closing on what we talked about earlier, and then we will be back here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. I'd like to start with you, Mr. Bolden. Give us a
Yeah.
closing, just give the conclusion of what we were talking about.
Yeah. I want to be clear here. I don't want you to mislead or misinform the people of what the government is doing and not doing. We're not sitting here. I'm not sitting here that president of the government is 100%. No, government is not 100%. But we can draw a clear distinction between the two government that the two regime, the Jovial regime and the Bouakai regime. We can make a clear distinction. We see responsibility. We see people being mature. We see maturity in government. We see project moving. If you are not being to Liberia, if you travel through the land and breadth of Liberia now, things that people have never experiencing it right now. You got electricity moving across the country. The government has initiated building high schools. The roads, they are working on the roads. There are many mineral projects going on, many projects going on in Liberia that it can be attested to. And international community is respecting this government because of the role they play in the community in the South region. So we can't sit here and compare Georgia and foolishness they carry on for 6 years to that of the government today. I'm not seeing the Bouakai government 100%, but the leadership of the government is showing some level of responsibility, accountability, holding people responsible. There are 3 branches of government. You have the Justice Department, you have the legislature, the executive. There are people who are now they're going through investigating people for corrupt act in the past, and they're bringing them forth. And they are on the docket for prosecution. You don't expect the president to go to court, to take people to court and hold their hand and take them to court. Okay? There are people who are responsible to function in their capacity. So it's not because the LACC found people guilty, there's work being done. So we can't just rule out, oh, the government ain't doing anything, oh, the government is corrupt. No, that's not the fact yet. Let's make sure that we say the truth. The government has its own fault, but yet indeed, for the last 2 years, it's way better than we had 6 years. So
Thank you.
Be clear.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boda. Now let's hear from you, Mr. Darwin. Can we give us your conclusion on this show? I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Derek. I think for all Liberians listening to me, understand what I'm talking about. This is not a question of comparison between government. It is about the responsibility of our leaders who are responsible to serve the Liberian people. Article 1 is clear. The purpose of anybody in power is to serve the Liberian people. What we are saying here is why other guys are not listening to or want to hear is that I just gave you an example clearly about the provision of services in Liberia. For example, between the 2 cell phone companies, the people are the one being exploited. The same way, those who are responsible to get passport, to get police clearance, to get health certificate, even in schools, even hospitals involved. If you want to see somebody, money is required. And that is not what it's supposed to be. Why should I be responsible to report to Foreign Affairs 5 a.m. in the morning to be online? Why should I be forced to do these things? Why is it if I even show up, there are other people who show up even 3 hours later, they get the same services. So that kind of behavior is bad. I am not saying it was started by Bouakai regime, but it was expected based on the experience of Bouakai. Many of these things were going to change, but they have not changed. Forget about rural work, this and that, but public services is still the same. Liberian people are bearing the brunt of, they are suffering. They are not being served properly. Those responsible think they are doing favor rather than see their responsibility as obligation to Liberian people. This is clear. There is no argument. I've challenged anybody on this platform to say what I'm saying is not true. Those who are listening can bear with me that those in power think they are somehow doing favor to the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jawinkin Wia. Ms. Marvin, let's hear from you. Give us your closing remarks.
Corruption cannot stop in your one day. You have to be consistent, enforce new laws, to not be impartial. If government official does something, you regulate that same law to him or her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Marvin. Bishop Hager, let's hear from you.
Well, Lila, you have a solidarity with your CDC friend, but I'm going to speak.
For the record, I am not affiliated with CDC in whatever form. I am not, so I will not allow that. I will not allow you to say that freely here. Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Brown will not be the last to speak. But let Mr. Don be the last to speak, if that's a condition.
Oh, yes.
By the way,
Derek, I want to do this. I have guests here, and I want to exit. So I want Pastor Hager to be the last to speak, and Pastor Hager to speak before Brown, so I can speak now.
Why? Wait, why, Derek? Why they taking control of
You know, I wasn't like thinking. I was just going in line.
Right? No, Derek.
No, I don't think you were going online though, because I saw you screening your ad on. You were looking at the screen, trying to see where.
This is false accusation.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Brown, if you don't mind, can you just? I don't know what difference does it make.
I can still go.
I can go now, and then I can go now. Maybe Mr. Brown will pick something from what I'm going to say, then he can add on to it, and then
go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. Let's balance it out. Go ahead, Mr. Dennis. That's
and you know, Derek. You know, Derek and my fellow panelists. You know, I'm sorry I came late, but I really wanted to be on the get-go of this, be here at the beginning to hear Mr. Brown's opening statement regarding corruption and other things that are unfolding now in Liberia, as well as Mr. Weah as well. But fellow panelists, Liberians in the diaspora, Liberian back home listening to us, what is happening is unfolding in Liberia. We should be able to blame ourselves. We have part to play. We have major part to play. Corruption didn't start with Boakai. It's not going to end with Boakai. So we, the citizens, need to find a solution as to how best we can do this collectively. Meaning, don't wait till it's done in your favor or it is not in your favor, then you're trying to challenge the process. Okay? Challenge it when you see it, deal with it. But now when they're calling you chief, you all okay. But when they're not calling you chief no more, then the system is flawed. That's not how it works, Derek, Mr. Brown and Derek. So my recommendation is that we all should understand that government is continuity. If you look at what Boakai is doing now, some of the projects now that Boakai is completing and working on was initiated by past administration. But what he's doing is he's actually bringing it to fruition, making it, he's actualizing it. People are seeing it and not just talking about it and hearing about it. So we are seeing the tangibles. Mr. Weah, I think you will agree with me on that. When you went there, you saw what's unfolding in the country. You can leave from Monrovia now and go to Tapeta and go to Grand Gita and get there, earlier than before. The road pavement, look at that. And tell me, say I'm lying. You visit a few government facilities in Liberia. Look at the structure, the system being introduced there. Don't tell me I'm lying. You saw it. Tell the people that they are doing some work, but we have more to do. So again, Mr. Brown, the system is us. We are part of the system. And for all to succeed, we all need to work collectively. So Derek, and for the panel, I want to say thank you very much. Next time I will make sure I'll be here on time so that I can hear people as they speak or make their opening statement. Thank you, and It was wonderful being here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis. Now, let's move on to you, Mr. Brown, because Bishop Hager hijacked the show and said we could go by his rule.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you for having me again. Elaborate people today that all elaborate people saying it is okay. I have my senior man, Mr. Martin, saying the government building school. The government building school, but teachers in the university campus and these private high schools or public schools haven't been paid. But the government building school, we must accept that. We will accept that. And one thing you said, Mr. Dennis, that is very good. And that's why I was. Here's the thing. I'm not against this government. I think he's trying. And that's the word I want us to use. Trying. He's not even 50%, but he's trying. I will agree. There is nothing he is doing different than George Weah. Do you say? So now my question now is, what is the change? What is the change? The change that things are changing. What is the change? Mr. Dennis, you said we should work connectively. We should work together. I agree. That's what the word is. But we can't say we the citizens should uphold this constitution. We not take oath for that. We did not take oath for that. We did not take oath for that. Right now, I'll end on this. Right now, we saying things are changing. What is changing? Should I go tell my grandma now I can speak English in Lofaka to say all the things are changing? When in Central Prison right now, there is 1,300 people or inmates in Central right now waiting to get their due process. And you know how many people are being in Central right now as we talk? 374 inmates supposed to be there. So I should tell that inmates and say, it's okay, things are changing. Things are changing. So guys, we are Liberian. I don't want this thing to be against partisan and partisan. When we see things, let's speak, say, oh, this sector is not doing this sector is not doing that. But we are saying things are changing, things are not changing. The president is trying. I get it. The president has traveled 15 times more than what George Weah did. We're not speaking about that. But guys, things are not changing. The president is trying. Let's not use this as a president, a government thing and things like that. Let's see what we haven't seen in Liberia. What we haven't seen in Liberia is whatever Joseph Boakai doing right now. Is that things that we haven't seen in Liberia? The rainfall, we still got people water on Broad Street. Is that something we haven't seen in Liberia? Is that things that's changing? There have been no significant change. Is what we are talking about. Now we put one label on the street and you see that change. Significant change. So then the preacher say, oh, the lawmaker they got too much on their hand. But doing George Weah time. So then the preacher saying the constituents don't know what they're doing. They don't know what the role of it. But today we can make excuse. Is that the excuse mission or rescue mission? Thank you. Nothing have changed. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. I must say that you're very, very generous in your grade of this administration. You said you already gave a closing.
Derek, can you repeat that again? I want to quote that. What a key word you just used just now. You said Mr. Brown is what?
Let's go. Let's hear from you, Mr. But I'll repeat what I said.
I'm just asking the panel to please stay after your final remark. Don't leave, please. I want to make just a quick statement. But everybody made that statement. Afterwards, it's not got nothing to do with the show, okay?
Sure, you need to probably go hijacking this show for that. Anyway,
yeah,
Mr. Brown, you're very generous in describing the administration. You said
thank you for your generosity.
We can all agree that the administration is trying. I think Mr. Boda earlier said that in the show. The words I've heard on the street is fiasco. This administration is complete fiasco. It was an utter failure before it even started. An administration that cannot even provide account for how the money
Are
for the
you
inauguration.
giving your
I will
last
come
one now?
to you, Bishop Hager. I will come. Again, I'm making argument for what I've heard on the
You're a
street. That's my
facilitator
opinion.
or you're part of the
Bishop
panel
Hager,
now?
Bishop Hager, I am saying what I've heard on the street. This is not my opinion. This
It's
is
not
my
relevant.
reference.
It's not
It's
relevant.
official.
I have heard a
Bishop
lot of.
Hager, Bishop Hager. Well, like I said, Mr. Brown, fiasco is the word. Again, an administration that cannot provide account for how the money that was put aside for the president inauguration to this day. We haven't heard anything about it. An administration to this day, the biggest achievement is a well in Babolu County, and President Waga reburying his old friends. But let's hear from Mr. Hager.
From Maryland to Lofa, I heard people say it never happened before, that they are enjoying safety, they are enjoying electricity. Listen, Liberians, I've heard on the street of Banga, people praising this administration to be the best. Liberian, we are at a threshold. Very, very important. People say nothing have changed. Go and see, since the administration of Joseph Yumabwa started to attack the issue of drugs proliferation. You can go in Monrovia today. It'll be almost impossible to find a Zoko or what we call the place the people used to meet to take their drugs. The Drug Enforcement Authority had invaded and dismantled all those Zoko incumbents. Nothing have changed. I will tell you something have changed. I live on the EWA road. Today we have more than enough electricity until we say the light too plenty. The light never go. It never blink. I get somebody right now on the EWA highway and say, man, I spoke to them today. Since they left 1 week ago, light has never gone off. The electricity is constant. And he said nothing have changed. Something have changed. For the first time in Liberian history, our budget projection is 1.2 billion. We never had it before. Nothing have changed. For the first time, ask all the government employees, Derek, be honest. Don't be blinded by your partisanship. Today we are talking, Christmas is coming. Need one government ministry that have not taken pay. Nothing has changed before them. The civil servant will be looking for their pay Christmas. They will not get it. Nothing has changed. You can sit in Monrovia and go to Maryland. The same day you reach the harbor with NTA buses, nothing has changed. Let me tell you something. If you people, you're blind, like in heaven, God did everything for the angels. Some people said John Lucifer because they couldn't see the glory of God. Some of you are like angels like John Lucifer. I don't care what we do, you will never see anything because the jealousy, the envy in you people. You want the government to fail, but the government will never fail. The government will succeed whether you like it or not. You go and find all the problems. You go find it. We address them. Listen, today, for the first time in Liberian history, we are set to start producing our own rice. Because you see how much money was invested in agriculture. For the first time in Liberian, just give me a chance. For the first time in Liberian history, we had $89.3 million injected in the budget for education, that all the 73 districts will have a multilateral high school. And you say nothing has changed?
Thank you. Thank you.
What is happening to you people?
You are not addressing the salary provision.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing
Thank you,
has
bro.
changed.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, bro.
All right,
For the first time.
before we
Let me
go,
tell-
you got a point. Before we go,
Thank you very much, Bishop Hager. Now let's go over to Mr. Boda for this.
before we go, let us not forget that our panel, our moderator today is a special day for him.
Oh, wow.
Just wanted to send a shout out to him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I say your wait. Today is a special day for Derek. Derek was a baby today, and he's a man. and let's shoot. Happy
Oh,
birthday to the brother.
okay. Happy
Oh,
birthday, Derek.
Happy,
thank you,
uh,
thank you, thank you.
happy
Happy.
birthday. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, son to the man. Y'all shout happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy birthday
To you, Eric.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to you.
Even though he's celebrating your birthday, but nothing has changed in the man's
Can we
life.
just allow me?
New
brother,
age, new age, new ideas.
Nothing has changed in
How
your life.
old are
Nothing
you?
changed in your life.
New age, new idea, Derek.
Well, thank you.
Well, man, you gotta change. You gotta come to a unity party, man. Come over.
Thank you all.
How you look at my
Thank you all so
green?
much.
Bishop Hager.
How you look at my green? My green looking good.
Your green
Bishop
look
Hager.
good.
Thank you guys so much.
Green are life.
December 6th, December 6th,
Bishop Hager.
Green
December
are
6th,
life. Anytime you see blue, it means
Y'all was
it's
still
not
on there,
too much.
Mr. Brian. Y'all was still on there. Brian, you was staying out for them a long time.
I love the passionate
Bishop
fabricational
Hager.
speech, Bishop Hager.
Bishop
I like the
Hager.
passionate fabricational speech. I like that.
Thank you.
Bishop
Thank
Hager.
you. Thank
Bishop Hager never address any of the concern or race. Nothing.
No, you won't. You won't. The
Listen,
passionate fabricational
Nothing.
speech. That's what you do.
Nothing.
Very
listen.
passionate and fabricational.
The stomach
Hager.
issue.
Nothing you address. Hager. The people are not being served. Nothing. You don't care.
You don't care about that. He said life.
Man. But man, y'all need to stop about talking, man.
But that is your,
Y'all need to stop about talking, man. We're making progress. We're
We're
making progress. We're making
Bishop
progress.
it's your
Right,
observation.
We're making progress.
I want to agree to make it. The man said things are changed. The people
We're making progress.
Nothing changed in the
Oh,
service
my
provision.
They
Hager.
got lie.
We're making progress.
Fabricational passionate statement. I ain't
No, okay,
fabrication.
why can't
A
when
lot of
you change that?
fabricational story.
We're making progress. We're making progress. We'll get
When
there.
you change that?
We're working there.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
not a thing. It's not a thing yesterday. It's changing every day. It's changing gradually.
So we can say
Gradually.
the same thing for John. We are government. He built a
No,
plan. We can say
no,
the
we
same thing
can't.
for
We
government.
can't. We can't. We can't say that for him.
What have you done? What is significant change?
Oh, my man, the man just list a longer
The man
list of
just
things.
listed
You heard the
one.
longer list of things
Wow.
they give
Mr.
you.
Brown.
You want more?
Mr. Buddha.
What is
I can give you more longer list. You want more longer list of things? I can give it to you. Next time, I'll bring it to you.
I told them common services to the Liberian people.
We still have to run.
That is being worked on. We're working on it. We understand. That's a fight, but we're working. It's being worked on.
Oh, y'all working on it. All the things are working on it. All the things are working
Your
on
Hager, you
it.
never address the service to the Liberian people. You don't say anything about that.
Everything is working
But
on
man,
it.
service
Nothing
is changing.
have come.
Mr. Brown,
Everything is
Mr.
in
Brown,
progress.
Mr. Brown. Let me close the show. You guys can stay in the back and we can have
Great
a-
fabricational speech, Bishop. I like that.
after the show discussion. But again,
My man, I see you guys, man. I gotta go eat. Say I give away eat here, man.
By the end of the show, let me wrap the curtain. Let me wrap the curtain. Draw the curtain to this show. Again, before we
Tired of their lies. 2029, we go vote them out again. No more problem.
you are, yeah.
Bishop ready for y'all. Bishop ready for 2029.
Yeah, you might if I draw the curtain to this show, we still have credit to run. Bishop Hager, can you allow me to end the show?
Mr. Hager, we gotta go.
Thank you, Bishop Hager, for the 1,000th time. I'm not affiliated with the CDC. And again, that's just another similarity between this administration and the previous administration. They can't take criticism. Everybody should bow down to King Bwaka. For all another issue, again, guys, thanks to all of you for the birthday song. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And to those of you watching us in the comment section, I see a lot of happy birthday wishes. So again, all of those things mean a lot to me. It's always feel good to take another trip around the sun and these God's blessings that we're here. And I'll let you again thanks all of you very, very much. With that being said, we will be here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. So I look forward to seeing all of you panelists again, and most importantly, those of you in the audience. Continue to follow Liberian Television Network on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you name it, on all social media platforms. We will be back here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Until then, all of you have a pleasant night.
For me, not everyone is good. Derek. I'm staying that every Wednesday because my time. You can start 6 on your side. You can do 1 a.m.
Stories told with your intention. Every voice gets full attention. Building trust without contention.